What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Love and Marriage DC Season 1, Episode 6. So let's start off with Quick and Ashley. They're at the doctor's office because Quick has been experiencing some severe pain in his wrist, and the doctor tells him that he needs to lay off of his wrist for at least 4 to 6 weeks. And when the doctor told him this, Quick acted like his whole life was over, that his whole career had just ended, because he needs his hands, his fingers, his wrists, to be spinning them records. So he's like, 4 to 6 weeks. And so Ashley's like, just relax, okay? Just relax. You can still DJ. You just need to scale it back a little bit and not put so much pressure on your wrist, because he's doing like 14, 20, 30 shows a night or something crazy like that. So I'm surprised that, he is able to move anything on his hands and fingers and all of that. If he's doing that many shows, spinning that many records, my God. So the doctor tells him that he does have a risk of possibly developing gout. And she named something arthritis, gout and arthritis. He's at risk for that if he doesn't scale it back. And also, what causes gout is a high amount of alcohol. So he's going to have to scale that back as well. So later on, they're hosting a dinner at their home for Monique and Chris. And as soon as they sit down to dinner, the first thing that Monique brings up is Winter and the event that happened at Ashley's event, the fight that happened at Ashley's event. So you can tell that Monique feels like she knew she did something wrong. And so she's trying to hurry up and cover up her tracks and try to defend herself. And in the process of doing that, she has to throw Winter under the bus. So she starts explaining what happened, and they show this montage of Monique just talking and talking and talking and talking, just endlessly talking. And in her confessional, Ashley says that Monique's favorite topic is Monique, and that's absolutely true. Monique loves to talk. She loves to talk. She loves to hear herself talk. I don't think Monique even cares if anybody's listening. She just loves the sound of her voice, and she loves the things that she's saying. So being on the radio and having a podcast are right up her alley. Anything that has to do with talking, Monique can make money off of that, because that's the one thing that she does extremely well. So Ashley was a little bit disappointed that Monique is going to bring up Winter at this dinner, because she was like, you know what, that really wasn't on the menu. I just wanted to have fun with the Samuels, maybe play some board games. I wasn't trying to talk about Winter and the fight, all damn night. So when Monique was explaining herself about the whole situation and, just going on and on and on, Ashley said she couldn't make heads or tail of what Monique was saying, because she was saying so much. She was trying to cover all of her bases. So Ashley was like, I don't know if she is for Winter, if she is against Winter, if she's a friend of Winter, if she's an enemy of Winter. I couldn't figure nothing out, because she was saying so much and it was just all over the place. So Ashley says that whenever she talked about Winter's husband, Kevin, she was speaking on facts. The fact that this is what Winter had told the group, that she met the man, she thought he had everything, found out he had nothing. Then he began stealing from her and stealing from their businesses, and now she's divorcing him. So she was speaking on facts, and she was questioning, how do you meet someone and date someone and not know if they have their own home and their own car and what their bank account looks like? And then you get upset later when you found out that the whole thing was a scam and a fraud. So she says, I'm speaking on facts. She's speaking on speculation about my husband. She has no facts, no proof, but she's perpetuating this rumor that something's going on with my husband, that he's cheating on me, the streets are talking, all this other stuff. But my thing is this, Ashley, if your man ain't cheating on you and you think you and your man are good, who cares what the hell Winter says? Who cares? The fact that you're responding to it and you want to expound on it makes me think that you want to prove to Winter or to yourself or to whoever that, your husband is not doing that stuff. But if he's not doing it, he's not doing it. It doesn't matter if people believe it or not. Why do you care what Winter thinks? And the thing is, Winter only said the streets were talking to confirm what Ashley herself had said when she said that, she had heard some rumblings that maybe her husband was cheating on her, but she really wasn't sure. And so Winter is just building off of that. Anyway, so Monique doesn't want Ashley and Quick to she doesn't want Ashley and Quick to look at her sideways, to look at her like she was the cause of all of this mess. And so she's really trying to, clean up her name. Moving on from there. So Winter's at home with her children, her two teenage kids, and she's telling them that she has officially filed for divorce from Kevin. And her kids are happy. Her daughter even clapped. And Winter was like, okay, you're clapping, so please share your thoughts. And she talks to her kids like she's in a business meeting. And her daughter says, yeah, I'm glad that you're doing that, because basically the daughter says the guy was using you. Okay, he played you like a violin. You got played, and it's a good thing that you're now divorcing him. Moving on from that. So Monique is meeting up with Ashley and Winter. And let me just summarize all of that. She wants Ashley and Winter to kind of make amends and, be back on the same page if they ever were, and, be friends again or whatever the hell she's trying to do. She's trying to make nice. And basically, I think she's really just trying to clear her name once again. So the bottom line is Monique confused everybody with how she relayed the story of what was given to her. She painted a picture that Winter met with her to just talk about the rumors she heard about the husbands. That wasn't the case. Winter was really telling her that there was an attempt for her, Irena, and Ashley to become friends, to get to know each other better. And in the process of that, the subject of husbands came up. They brought up her husband, Kevin. So to retaliate, she brought up their husbands and what they said about their own husbands. It wasn't like, hey, let me tell you what I heard about, fun size and red light district. No, it wasn't like that at all, but that's how Monique kind of presented it to the two women. Number two, Monique blames Winter for misrepresenting the story. So Monique says, yeah, I kind of maybe told y'all something that really wasn't absolutely the way that it went down, but that is how it was presented to me. That's how Winter told it to me, and that's how I told it to y'all. So she's blaming Winter, and Winter, I feel like, really wants to. Winter was holding back a lot because this is Monique's show, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe this is because Monique is her only friend in this group. So she's not going to go hard on Monique. But, Winter was dropping little hints, kind of okay, I see what she's doing over there. She's throwing me under the bus, but it is what it is. And so number three, the third thing is, even though Monique miscommunicated what Winter had said, Ashley still believes that Winter was coming for her man. So she doesn't care that, Monique presented it wrong, miscommunicated, painted everything in a really wrong light. Ashley's like, I don't give a damn about none of that. She was still coming for my man, and I'm not here for that. So the fact that she still sees Winter as coming for her man, which I don't see that, like I said, Winter was just expounding on what Ashley herself told the group. But because she thinks that makes me think that she feels some type of insecurity in her relationship for her to be so defensive about Quick. But the whole thing ends with them still not being friends, but agreeing to coexist on the same planet. Moving on from that. So all the couples go to an intuitive healer. This was a lot to unfold, a lot going on here. The bottom line is, the intuitive healer was spot on with all of them. She talked about Jamie and him with his aggression, saying that his aggression is coming from insecurities, which is, I believe that 100%. He comes off overly aggressive because he's insecure about certain things about himself, and this kind of comes off as bullying. And whenever he feels insecure, what he should do is he shouldn't react on that insecurity. He should not say anything. He should just kind of like breathe for a minute, understand that, okay, I'm feeling angry because I'm insecure about something, and hopefully he can figure out what is he insecure about and try to solve that in that manner, instead of just being like, okay, I'm insecure. There's something here that I'm not good at. I'm incompetent at. So now I'm going to overcompensate and react in anger because I don't want people to see that I may be failing in this particular thing. So all of this stems from childhood. And he does agree. He does agree that, yes, she was correct on a lot of that. With Quick, she kept on getting the number 9. The intuitive healer kept on getting the number 9. Where am I getting this 9 from? I'm seeing the number 9 several times. And Quick said that he found out his mother was dying of cancer when he was 9 years old, and his father died in 1999. And Because he was taught to suppress his feelings, to not cry, to put up a tough upper lip, to always present like you've got it going on, you've got it together, don't show that you're breaking down. He works a lot. He works and works and works and works to sort of not to like feel anything, not to confront his inner feelings, not to confront the things that might be bothering him, that might make him sad or feel whatever. So he covers all of this up with, just work, 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 work. Work is his escape to everything, and work is his coping mechanism. And he also works really, really hard because he doesn't want to let his parents down. So both of his parents are deceased. They put a lot of pressure on him to take care of his brothers, take care of the household. When his mother died, she told him to take care of his brothers and to take care of his dad. So at the age of 9, he felt this huge responsibility, and it's always been there for him. So he always feels this pressure that he needs to show his parents that he did exactly what they wanted him to do, and that he is taking care of business. He's taking care of his brothers, taking care of his family. He is taking care of his business. His dad was always told that he wasn't a good dad because he encouraged Quick to pursue his dreams of becoming a DJ. Everybody else told his father, hey, don't tell that boy that. You need to encourage him to go to college and be an accountant, an engineer, a lawyer. Don't be telling that boy to go be a DJ. But he saw something in his son, obviously, and so he encouraged his son to pursue that, to pursue his dream. And so because he did become a successful DJ, he really wants to prove to the world that his dad was right and the naysayers were wrong. With Chris and Monique, I was shocked because this intuitive healer, this is Monique's intuitive healer. This is the woman that she goes to, for her help and her therapy and whatever the hell she needs. So I was surprised that when she went to them, all she said was, Chris, don't live through Monique. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all go home and talk about that. And that was it. And I was like, what? Chris and Monique have some serious issues. Girl, you need to give us more than that. You need to give us a little bit more than that. We need to figure out why Monique is pressuring this man to be something that he really isn't. Why Monique is not happy with her husband as is. Why Chris, is feeling this pressure to be whatever the hell Monique is wanting him to be. Girl, you need to give us more than you're living through Monique and go talk about it at home. But that's exactly what I was like, what? I have a feeling that Monique was like, hey, when you get to us, don't say too much because I don't want these other people here to know our business, to know what's really going down with us. I feel like, and maybe that intuitive healer was going to find out some stuff about Monique. Maybe she was going to get some intuitions about Monique and her carrying ons, if you know what I mean. So Irena, she figured out that Irena was hurt a lot, that she tells her that, Irena has this pressure to always be perfect, perfect, perfect. And that, that was really, that hit home for Irena. She started crying. It really hit home for her. And while she was crying and breaking down because this woman saw right through her, Jamie was patting her on her leg or on her knee. I thought he was patting her knee for comfort, but according to Irena and the healer, it was like he was trying to silence her, like he wanted her to stop crying. And so the healer was like, don't silence her, don't stop her from expressing her feelings. And then Irena said in her confessional, I didn't need you to silence me or pat me on the knee or whatever she said. I needed you to comfort me. And so I thought that's what he was doing, but I guess he was trying to tell her, shut the hell up and stop crying. DJ Quick, the episode ends with DJ Quick and his brothers going to visit their father's gravesite. This was very emotional. They talk about, how their parents' death affected them, on all of that. And then, for a little boy to be told by his mother, I'm dying and I need you to take care of your brothers and all. I mean, that was just a lot for a 9. That's just, I'm surprised that a mother would tell her child that, because you would think that the parent, even though the parent knows that they're dying or that, things are not looking good for them, that they would always try to keep it positive for the children. You let your children believe that you're going to fight this, you're going to beat this, everything's going to be okay. Keep the faith, keep the hope going, and not, son, I'm dying, so you need to take care of your brothers and your father. And I'm just like, wow, that was a lot for a 9-year-old to take in. You find out that your mom is dying. She's telling you to do, she's putting this huge responsibility on you. I was like, damn, quick, you went through a lot. So they're at their father's gravesite. They talk about, growing up and not being able to express themselves and how they need to express themselves more. It's okay to cry. It was a beautiful moment for the brothers, a very nice bonding moment. And then he read the letter, I think, that his mother wrote to him. And that was also very emotional. So that's how that episode ended. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you like this content, subscribe on your way out. Please don't forget to rate the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.